Hey, y'all, we back in town, man. If you can tell, man, I'm a little sad, man. College football, Notre Dame didn't fucking make it, dude. I got some rants to make. We got some crazy shit to do, but it's from the deep. This will be a fun episode. We'll make it nice and quick and easy because you know what? The stories write themselves. We're in the middle of college football playoff season. We're gonna ask the boys about the Buckeyes. It's kind of eerie. 13-10 is just a cursed fucking score for you boys. I actually hope you guys win the Natty 13-10. That would just be poetic justice. But at this point, man, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about football. Niners had the bye week, but it was electric for the Browns and for the Lions. Even for the Browns losing, who cares? That shit was kind of electric. Kevin Stefanski's one hell of a coach. We'll get to TJ for that one later. Um, but at first, like always, we'll go around the room. We got a full fucking barn in here today. We got all the cows, chickens, and aliens, bro. They're all inside now. We got Coach Lowe, we got Eric Wheeler, we got Sir Michael Clark, we got the Genius TJ. We out here vibing. But I like to start with a question for the boys. I love this one. We did this one a little bit last year, but I just waited for this time of the year because it just seems like such a good question to ask because you're allowed to have fun with it. Which team from recent history would have won a championship or competed in one in college football with the 12-team playoff format? For example, think of teams that have Heisman winners that were 10-2 or so forth. I could even think of like Lamar Jackson's a good one too. I don't want to try to steal anybody's thunder, but some of these teams that would have came in, in the top 12, that would have fucking ran shit. Or even one of those G5s, who knows, because I think the G5 rule, we'll get into that. I think it was made for teams like the Boise States back in the day. Hell, even Utah back in the day had a lot of runs before they were really respected like they are now. Just teams like that. Hell, an undefeated Navy Army team like we almost had last year. If they don't play Notre Dame, they have a chance to fucking do that shit. Hell, they almost had a chance this year. Any team like that in the past, big team, small team, that would have done it, that you think would have ran some shit. I'm just gonna throw curveballs around the room for this one because who knows what answers we got. Keegan, man, you want to start us off? What team from back in the day when you said the
Ooh.
BCS and the Final Four? You can do any era. What team would have done pretty fucking well in the 12-team playoff if they would have got a shot? Hell, I could think of a couple of your favorite teams from Oregon as well.
I was gonna say there's a few teams I wish that would have slid in there for Oregon a few times, like where we would have got beat by Stanford or one of those guys and had to get bumped out. But I'm gonna go a little throwback here, man. You know that season when Hawaii went undefeated and their QB was electric and everything, and they were. I would have. I don't know if they would have necessarily ran it, but I think they might have maybe won a round or something, maybe that first game, or at least been competitive, which would have been fun to see Hawaii in the playoff, which would have been crazy. So I don't know. Yeah, I'd pick Hawaii for mine.
I love that answer because part of it's the aspect of the era, right? Like you had
Yeah.
grown man seniors on these teams back in the day. Like there wasn't a lot of transfer going on. So like if you were playing like say you were playing like I think I saw a stat the MAC championships in the 2000s all went to the oldest team. Like just
Mm.
because you're just grown ass man. BG has, you know, 25-year-olds out there this year, 24-year-olds everywhere lined up. Of course they're going to play pretty well and then have a big drop off the next year. So like why team full of seniors throwing 400 yards a game? Who knows, baby? That's a really good fucking pick. You know what? We'll go over to fucking TJ. I love his voice, I love his vibe, and I love his football brain. What pick you got there, TJ, for something like this?
I got a good one for you, boys. Let's go to 2007 West Virginia Mountaineers.
Ooh.
We got Pat White at quarterback. We got Steve Slayton and a freshman Noel Devine in the backfield. We
Love
got
that
Owen
name.
Owen Schmidt, the runaway beer truck, playing fullback.
Oh,
We got a guest appearance by Pat McAfee. So they went 11-2 in the old Big East. And I think they would have done really well in the playoffs because they left some cards on the table, man. They dropped a game to Pitt last game of the year in the backyard brawl, and they lost a game early in the season. Both of those losses, Pat White didn't play the second half. And then in their bowl game, Fiesta Bowl, I believe, they played Oklahoma with Sam Bradford and DeMarco Murray and beat that Oklahoma team with their interim coach after Rich Rod left for Michigan. So I think they had a lot of potential, and I think if they could have got another couple games, maybe they would have won some playoff games, man.
fuck yeah. That's a really good answer. Actually, that's one of the ones that slipped my brain. That's the type of answer that's for this type of question. That team would be electric, bro. You think of a team that left it out there, maybe you got, I mean, Pat McAfee had that situation where he missed that field goal too, or that extra point or whatever happened. Like, you know, that may not happen again. That's kind of goes into my pick. I think I have a pick. I have a safe one today. I'm not gonna say it, but I have a safe one today. I like that answer. You know what, Eric, man? What we thinking with that, bro? You found us some good ones. I think Hawaii and West Virginia are probably the pure examples of this situation. You got
Yeah.
one for this?
So I want to apologize in advance for the homerism because I just didn't get enough time to research it today. I really
Oh no,
didn't.
it's what it's about, dude. It's
So,
what it's
so
about.
I kept on coming back to the 2015 Buckeyes, man. I really did. Like, if we just run through, like, so their season, they went 12-1 and they lost to Michigan State. That was a infamous Ezekiel Elliott game where I only got like 10 carries or 12 carries or something like that.
Yeah, I was at
But
the bar with him that week. That's another infamous story.
but one of the reasons I also picked this team was because of how much freshmen play now with this 12-team playoff. And the freshmen on this team that would have played probably in this event, like, so you had Braxton still starting, you had Cardell Jones and JT Barrett, the rotating door, Ezekiel Elliott, I think he almost had 2K and 25 touchdowns that year. Joey Bosa, Curtis Samuel, Michael Thomas, Sam Hubbard, Von Bell, Eli Apple. Those were like the main stars. But then you look at like the freshman and sophomore class that was behind these guys. You had Terry McLaurin, Raekwon McMillan, Joe Burrow, Paris Campbell, Draymond Jones, Jerome Baker, Malik Hooker, Marshawn Lattimore, and Denzel Ward. And they were number 2 in overall defense, and they averaged 36 points a game. And if you just get another shot, you don't lose that Michigan State game. Like they ended the season, they beat Michigan 42-13, who was 10 at that time. And then they beat Notre Dame in a bowl game actually that year, 44-28.
Yep.
If you just
Yep.
gave that team another chance in the playoffs, man, with how just that roster just stacked. It's too good. I tried not to be Homer. I can't.
No.
It's not in me. I just have to be, like it's too hard.
You know what? I'm not gonna say they're the same caliber, but I definitely got some like early 2000s Miami vibes when you're naming that roster. Like that's a
Yeah.
stack. That's what you're talking about, man. Like, and isn't it crazy that one loss really could derail your season? So that's another
Mhm.
really good example of a team that you only had one loss. That would be a team that got a bye in this new system. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's
Yeah.
how much different that would be looked at. Actually, kind of like the team you guys got right now. If you really want to be real, you know what I mean? Like you're already one of the best. You know you're the best. You lost
Mhm.
that game, but that game's not the end of the world whatsoever. Fucking ever. It's time to
Yeah.
move forward for both teams and win. That's a fucking. I like that. I do like that answer. Hey, you know what, people? Maybe one day I'll share you my Zeke story, but I'm gonna wait until I make it as a somebody first, so I can really tell that Zeke story. And I hope I get to say it to his fucking face, bro. Imagine if he remembers me. That'd be awful. Fucking runs me over, dude, right away. Views go viral. Hey Clarky, man, what we got for this? What teams you thinking of? You're a good encyclopedia for shit like this. What classic team would have done a good job in this era?
My pick came out to be the 2008 Texas Tech Red Raiders. Finished 11 and
Ooh.
2. Crabtree was a fucking probably Mike Leach's best team. Crabtree was unstoppable. Graham Harrell, I believe he's up there all time for passing yards, almost every passing statistic. Just a great team, man. They beat number 1 Texas, and the next week beat number 8 Oklahoma State. They did get fucking smoked by the eventual Big 12 champion that year, Oklahoma, and then ended up losing to Ole Miss in the Cotton Bowl that season. But pretty good team from Mike Leach, man. Great air raid. They pretty much fucking ran through everybody before that Texas game. Beat them, I believe, last second, and then beat the brakes off of Oklahoma State that next week, and then got boat raced. But they're a pretty good team. One of those teams that, being going into the postseason at 11 and 1, probably had a good seed and probably would have at least won a game or two. I think that'd have been a pretty cool team to watch.
Hell yeah, I like that one. That's a good pick. Sorry, I'm fucking looking. I was making sure I get my years right. You guys came so prepared. I was like, I'm about to just be yelling names and going crazy. I need to make sure I got my errors right because I was about to cross-reference some teams. Like, oh, he wasn't playing back then at that team. I'm gonna really imagine him throwing the ball deep. Like, I'm kind of a dumbass when it comes to some of that shit sometimes. Uh, that's a good one. So I'm gonna go around the board of some random ones. You guys get any other ones that come to your mind? Don't make me look like a genius here. If I'm rattling some off, you'd be like, oh, I got one. Interrupt my ass real quick. You know what I mean? But my main pick, this is my main pick. If I just had one, would be the '07. I think it's '07. Yeah. So whatever year that 11-1 year was for Michigan. So I'm talking Mike Hart. I'm talking, Henny. Chad Henne out there. I thought that Michigan team was so good when I was a kid. It was actually one of the first years because this is where really started my Ohio State haterisms. I'm a young man. I want to see Ohio State lose. I'm like, oh, Michigan could really fucking do this. They're 1-2. I was a young kid. I'll never forget watching the game. I always reference the fact that I think Troy Smith has the prettiest play of all time with the play action Statue of Liberty. That shit's fucking infamous. Yeah, Keegan Jr. I think you run that game back. The final score is what, 42-41? you run that game back, you never know who can win it. I think what Florida beat you guys that year, so that's the Florida year, right? Ted Ginn got hurt. I think that's when you
Yeah.
guys played
Yeah,
Florida.
I
Yeah.
think you're right. I think you're right.
So I like that playoff too. Like, that's what I was trying to think of too. Like, what cool matchups would you see due to games like that? This was kind of a random one for me. I thought it'd be kind of fun. So I was a big fan of Arkansas when I was a kid with the whole Peyton Hillis, McFadden days. That team was fucking stacked. They just weren't really, they just weren't the type of team that could go 12-0. I'd like to see a team like that was really athletic with a lot of fucking ball players. That's kind of where I'm angling to with the Johnny Manziel team as well, is another good one. Just because, dude, like any given Saturday, that Johnny Manziel team can beat you. So they
Mhm.
may not be consistent. They're gonna have they've lost some games and stuff because inconsistencies, but they had ball players. And Mike Evans alone could have made you get all the way to the fucking championship game. I just thought that was electric. And if you guys remember, Johnny Manziel ball. I was trying to think of who balled out there in bowl games. Johnny Manziel balled out that first year at that bowl game when they didn't make the championship, of course, when he won the Heisman. So that was my other one. And then I think a lot of other players, Andrew Luck would have been cool. RG3, I think we didn't get to see play in big games that much because the way Baylor was. Like, we all knew who RG3 was, but it would have been cool to see him play against an Ohio State or something like that. Like, because the conferences back then was a lot smoother than it is now. So not everybody was
Mhm.
playing each other. Texas stayed in their corner, Oklahoma stayed in their corner, and teams like that. And then, hey, shout out to Boise State when they ended up beating Oklahoma that year. What a fucking team that could have made a run with that momentum. And I'm thinking of the era too, early 2000s, not much social media. That team could have fucking busted ass going to the championship game.
Speaking of Oklahoma, 2017 Oklahoma was one of the teams I thought about just because that offense, dude, was so stacked. Like you had Baker Mayfield, then his receivers were Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews at tight end, CD Lamb. Like they don't get me wrong, they had shit for brains on defense. But I think they went double OT with Georgia that year in the playoff game. If you put that team like in a 12-team playoff and they get seeded differently, that they just had the offense to keep up with whoever they wanted to play. That was just another random team that came to mind, like that super modern team I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, man, it's the offense thing to me. I don't think you
Mm,
could really go deep in the playoff with just a defense in
yeah.
any era. And I think of like, going back to my Michigan take, look at that year alone. You got Brady Quinn could have been in the playoff with Notre Dame. You got Jamarcus Russell was out here going fucking crazy at LSU. He would have been awesome to watch during all that shit. I think that would have been dope, man. That would have been fucking dope, you know. And then, now I get to live in a modern day where I can say the same thing about the Irish, one of the best teams that didn't get a chance to play the fucking
I
playoff.
thought that was going to be your team. I honestly thought you were setting that up to do your.
No,
I
I'm
thought you were
I'm
getting into it early today.
no, I want to explain the actual stuff, get some of your guys' thoughts, just the
Okay.
logistics of the actual playoff before I start going to fuck off. And I got more to say. I think I might go off more about the bull take than anything else. You call us fucking soft one more fucking time, I'm gonna lose. Like, there has never been a worse. And I'll start with this way. Just give everyone a precursor, and Clark might agree. This is probably the worst time I've ever felt as a Notre Dame fan. And it's not because I've had times where we sucked, like we lost against, Air Force, Navy and shit, but it was just a frustration thing. We blamed Charlie Weiss, you know what I mean? Like, it was something you could just do, and then we ended up turning it around, so you never really thought about it again. You just balled out 10-2 every year. This fucking hurts to be called soft over and over again and keep getting arguments with people and everyone being like, and then I'll just say this quick too. Vanderbilt's coach can go fuck himself. You think you're so fucking dope, don't you? Oh, we love playing football here. Oh yeah, you love playing football here. Yeah, yeah. It just so happens Vanderbilt's one of the few schools, I'll give you this credit, that can compete with Notre Dame educationally. So you do share some recruits together because of educational aspects of things. Fine, fine. Brother, like I'm gonna say the same thing I said about Ole Miss. If your best season ever in history is 11 wins, poverty. Shut the fuck up. Don't fucking talk to us about if we love football or not. I'm sorry we weren't the bottom of the barrel of a fucking beautiful conference for so long, and now you're fucking, instead of it being really good, you grab the fucking coattails of everybody you played, and you're like, look, we're winning games, guys, look at us, we're so fucking dope, Vanderbilt. Yeah, fucking keep Theo Vaughn and all that fucking bullshit you got fucking going on over there, bro. Shit pisses me off. We play games here. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I did.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Anyways, let's keep going. Who wants to play in the Pop-Tart Bowl when you want fucking banners, dude? I hope whoever wins the Pop Tart Bowl, put a banner up if you're talking like it's so important. I want to see a goddamn giant ass wild berry fucking Pop Tart hanging in the goddamn rafters of your fucking stadium, bro. It's gonna be dope. Badass. That's why we lace up. All right, the playoff is out, if you guys couldn't tell. In my take, we'll talk about snubs and stuff. I think BYU, I wasn't ever going to say they were a snub. I didn't think they were going to be good enough. But that JMU thing, I want your guys' takes of having two G5s. I think that's where it's hard to explain. Like, if you tell me BYU's in, and then like maybe like Tulane's in too, or JMU's in instead of Tulane, and BYU's in over Notre Dame, I'd be like, you know what? Respect. You know, that's the conference championship thing. If you want to fucking hold that accountable, I can see that. Don't tell me these G5 dudes are going to beat BYU or Notre Dame. I just don't get it. That's just wild to me. And then three lost Alabama. I want your guys' take of just how that played out. I think this is they were talking about having conference championship games being important. I think this is like the first time a team's lost like that and never really moved the place in the playoff. They just straight up kept them right where they're at, which to me is kind of wild. Sure, you don't want to punish people for championship games in a way. I think that applies more to Indiana Ohio State game.
Yeah.
Like I think that applies to like if you ball the fuck out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like and actually compete with each other. Hell, BYU didn't even give us a good example of that, right? So it's like, hell, Virginia gives the best example in a weird way of like trying to keep them. You know what I mean? So like, I don't get it. And then I'll get into my rants and stuff, but we'll get into your guys' thing. Um, but how do you guys any first impressions of this? And then we'll get into the Ohio State Indiana game, of course. But any first impressions of this? I'm gonna start with the Ohio State boys because you guys are kind of riding a very odd boat right now. Maybe you could talk about the Indiana game with it, and then I'll get to Keegan because Keegan, man, y'all became when the rankings first came out. I'm talking a lot now, so I don't have to talk later much. When the rankings first came out, we kind of thought like you guys were getting slept on, right? And then now you get to sit in that 5 spot, and Texas Tech is a baller team, and I think that's going to be an electric game. I love that matchup, but I do think Oregon's way more experienced coaching wise in the whole 9 yards to go against that high school coach for Texas Tech, bro. I think it's going to be awesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dan Lenny's going to
Yeah.
go against a high school coach. Like, that's fucking wild. What if
Well,
America's dope?
and you can't put into words, Keegan, how cool that home playoff game is, dude. That's the only like light from Ohio State's like after that having that playoff, like, oh, home playoff game last year was fun. The home playoff game is going to be so crazy in Oregon, and they're the night game, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they got the night game too, which is even better. Oh yeah, dude, that's going to be awesome.
Electric. That's
Oh,
gonna
boy.
be. Well, yeah, wearing all fucking.
Mm.
Dude, just don't bust out them shiny ass fucking helmets you had last year. It was bad luck from the start. As soon as I turned the brightness down on my TV, I was like, these boys are getting their ass whooped, bro. Fuck this shit. Oh man. But Ohio State boys, TJ, what do you think, man, when you're seeing this? Any first thoughts, impressions? I mean, anything even from the G5 takes? We'll try to get through this one quick. Just, there's a lot to say, so whatever you got on it, man. And just Ohio State thing in general. I think you guys got a cool bracket and you guys are still the favorites.
Yeah, so starting with the G5 stuff, I think both things can be true, right? So I think you do need to reward the winners of a conference with something, right? And I don't think the 12 team playoff is the best format for that. I think you would have to give, in my opinion, the conference, every conference champion their own like berth, so I think you have to expand the format because it just doesn't make sense. Like looking at the bracket, JMU and Oregon could legitimately have their backups in at halftime and win the game by 4 or 5 touchdowns. Like, and that's no knock on JMU. It's just the hand of cards they've been dealt, like I feel weird seeing teams like BYU and Notre Dame get left out when teams like JMU get a spot. So like both things can be true, like I think they're taking a spot that perhaps another team deserve more, but they do deserve some ribbon on a good season. So I don't know how I feel about that. As far as Ohio State goes, uh, you want me to get into the Indiana thing?
Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, you guys are the ones with the dog in that fight. I think you'll say more than enough than what we can say, other than
Mhm.
Mendoza was badass. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what we're
Yeah.
gonna say.
So ultimately, uh, with the Indiana game, I of course watched the game whistle to whistle. Um, and really, I come away with this that I've kind of been saying Indiana's legit all year, and I texted the group chat morning of the game, and I said, boys, I'm fucking worried about this one, man. I don't know how this one's gonna go, and I never doubt the gut feeling, and I guess the gut feeling was right, and I really just want to say that I don't think people understand that don't follow football very closely just how tight the margins are at the top. You're talking like if one guy gets delayed off the line or gets pressed off the line a half of a second, maybe we win the game. Maybe if we make the field goal late in the game, we win the game. Like pick up an extra yard on 4th and 1, we win the game. It's like I I don't know about all the people saying like Ohio State's cooked and like all this shit. And like I get it, like obviously like it is kind of funny, I mean, for the other fan bases, it is what it is. But the way I see it, we went into play an undefeated football team ranked number 2 in the country in essentially a home game scenario for them. Played them 50-50 the entire game. Couple things go our way. It's a gritty win for us instead of a gritty win for Indiana. So we were that close to the narrative being completely different. And people say, oh, Ohio State was able to overcome adversity and win a gritty game, just how they're saying with Indiana now. So I guess that's it. I mean, I would rather lose a game now than lose the next one. So if it had to be one, then I'll take it, man. But fuck, man, Fernando Mendoza, balls the size of cantaloupes, man. That dude was fearless. I mean, to take some of the shots he took and to test the cover zero, of the Buckeyes, man. Holy shit, that dude. And I know he's a weenie, but man, does he have balls. And I wanted to say too, what fucking tight defense from Indiana. They looked like robots. Like when you see the alternate camera angles, as Julian Sand was going through his progressions and surveying the field, the entire Indiana defense was moving with his eyes, completely in sync. It was absolutely picture perfect. So they deserve all the credit, and I hope we see him again.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm sorry if you saw me smiling too much and Keegan laughing. When you talk about him with big balls, I'm thinking multiple things. I'm thinking, one, that dude needs to be jerked off bad after that interview.
That's why I got big balls.
like that. I don't know if anybody like gave him sexual education the right way. I don't know how he was raised, man. Maybe he likes sitting in the library instead. Like do your thing, dog. But yeah, he's got fucking big balls. Now, when you said weenie afterwards, the fact that I didn't say pause felt like I need to say pause now for myself because I didn't say it. Now I'm thinking of it. And then I don't know if you guys saw, I don't know if it was real or not. I just saw it, but apparently he said he cracked me, no pause.
Yeah, on McAfee today.
Dude.
Oh, man.
Brother, you know what, man? You may be beyond something, Mendoza. You might be a different breed, brother. No joke. He cracked me. No pause. I'm like, whoa. There we go. You know what, man? That kid can sling it, though. We'll get to Eric here. Like, that kid, that was my big, man, it's cool to see an NFL caliber player playing college football, isn't it? Like, there's a different, like, Em always says when she watches NFL, it kind of makes me smile. She just gets blown away at how different it is than college. She's, oh my God, just how fast everyone moves, how everyone hits, how the ball just whips out like in seconds. You don't have to be open for a pass to come to you. Mendoza did that all night. I'll give him that credit. Like he was able to hit some of them passes that like he wasn't really open, but he wasn't covered either. So like you might as well, what I mean? Some of those in both sides. Like I was watching that fucking corner that did a good job locking up Jay Smith. Like his legs under him and shit while he's falling to the ground, holding on to fucking Jeremiah Smith's pants and shit. Like, Dad, like, take me to the park. He looked like a little ass kid, but he fucking, and this was margins, man. I really thought I hated on Indiana early, but I hated on them because I want to see a team go through games like this because this is the level you're talking about when you start getting to the playoffs. Like, I think a lot of people talk a lot of shit all year. Oh, look at this undefeated team. Then they throw like some cool music in the background, like some gospel shit, and we all pretend the team's amazing at 7-0. Like on Instagram and everything like that. So I think it was cool to see Indiana just say fuck it, like we got to get this win. It's the biggest win. Like Sig has not won a game like this, and like Oregon counts. It looks great, but like this is different. But Eric, man, probably similar thoughts to TJ all the way around. But what'd you take away from just the game, or just your guys' kick or something else?
Yeah, man, I'm not going to talk too much about what TJ because I agree with everything TJ just said. My biggest takeaway from that was our pass pro is really, really bad. Indiana really, really, and that's why Sand looked so rough because he was just getting pressure in his face. And shots to Indiana, their defensive game plan, dude, was amazing. And but that was my biggest worry coming out of that game is that offensive line, and just you need to fix that because Indiana's obviously a good front. We can't call them frauds anymore after that game.
Yeah,
You
top
know,
five. Yeah, in
yeah,
defense.
yeah, and it's just, but and there's other D lines that are in this playoff too. You know, like Ruben Baines on Miami. Georgia's always got dogs there. Not to mention Texas Tech and Oklahoma, who are on the other side. But still the point stands is like you're going to see another D line that can play like that. So that's my biggest worry going forward was the offensive line, and they just, dude. I saw a tweet today that said Jaden Fielding, our kicker, has missed a field goal in 30% of Ryan Day's losses at Ohio State. How is he still your fucking kicker, dude? That's 4 games this dude's lost us. Or three, like 3.5, whatever. 4 games this dude's lost us. That the Georgia game, Michigan last year, and then they two of them don't win it, but they tie it. And I trust that team to get thrown into deep water if they get another opportunity. Like I trust them like that. Mendoza, man, I mean, about as impressive you could have as a game with 222, a touchdown and a pick. Like some people are gonna box score that game instead of actually like saying they sat and watched it. Like if you sat and watched that dude, his second half was fucking killer. That dude was just steel nuts. And then on the playoff thing, I agree with you guys. Like I don't want to sit here and talk about Miami and because I'm not mad about that. Like the G5 thing is what I'm annoyed about. Like can we just not get to the point where we accept that the G5 is playing an entirely different sport?
Yeah.
Like the money's not close. The skill is not close. And maybe it is. That's what the NCAA needs to happen to justify this. They need an upset to happen. And if it doesn't, and this year or next year and they do the same shit, it's like, hey man, like why can we not just give the G5 their own playoff with their own national championship?
Hey, look at it
Talk
this way.
about throw bowl games there. These
So
people are going to turn down these bowl games. Put bowl games in that,
yeah.
and a G5 playoff and a G5 natty. Why the fuck not? They get more viewership than the meaningless bowl games already do anyway. They make more money, and plus you'd still get smaller schools on bigger spotlights. Like that's what I don't want to talk about like the Miami thing. I'm upset at the G5 stuff, and I guess we kind of knew it was going to happen, but like you guys said, like we can't sit here and say we don't think the Notre Dame's not a best of 12 teams in college football, or like BYU, and BYU's argument's not as good as Notre Dame's either. I don't think, but I don't. I don't want to talk about Miami. I feel like that point's being overrun about it. I feel like the conversations with fucking James Madison, who Oregon's probably going to beat by 4 touchdowns, and then Tulane and Ole Miss, who didn't Ole Miss already beat them like 48-10 earlier this season.
Yep.
Like, and if that changes, cool. If one of them upsets, dude, I will eat my fucking words. But it's not going to happen.
But that's what I'm saying. If one of them, like, I can
Yes.
get, you're gonna bring one of them in, cool. Don't bring. This ain't no Boise State shit. Like, this ain't. Well, look at it this way. I thought about this earlier today to help me out. Just try to understand the chaos, even though I don't. So, like Peter Yan just won the championship this past weekend for the UFC. He's not a big guy. He's a little dude. Now imagine like a guy like him or Sean O'Malley. Sure, everyone thinks they're awesome. They root for him. Oh yeah, here, you did a great job this year. Now you're gonna go fight Tom Masvidal. Like, no, that's not the same sport. Like, they're not. You're not gonna see Demetrius Mighty Johnson, fucking Mighty Mouse Johnson going up against John Jones. Like, you're just not. Like, it doesn't mean he sucks. It means he could be better. It's like it's just a different sport. It's a different league. Put an NIT shit in there, like college basketball. Make an NIL incentive. Like, then
Mhm.
some of these teams maybe like okay, maybe James Madison's been on a hot streak for a while, even with Kirk Signetti, right? Imagine if a team like that wins a couple of those NITs in a row and they just stacked up some NIL money for 3 years straight, and now their whole program can change.
Wouldn't
Like,
those games be so much fun to watch, bro? Wouldn't those
bro,
games be so much fun to watch? Because, like, let's be honest, let's call it buck a buck. We don't really watch those games a lot because we're tuned into the bigger games most of the season. Not
yep.
calling. So if you just gave them their own playoffs with their own bowl games, I feel like that's just a win-win scenario that those guys still get something. They're still going to make their money. It's just, but who knows? Maybe they'll pull it off an upset.
Well, look at
But
this. I saw this NIT. If they did an NIT now, the top four with the bye would be Notre Dame at 1, BYU at 2, Vanderbilt 4, Texas at 3. And then going with there, you would have Duke playing at Michigan in the first round. You'd also have like shit. That's it all fucked up. Realized that some of these people threw one random ass one. I love when people do that. Kennesaw State running it all the way. But anyways, like you'd have like teams like that that could play, even Virginia and so forth. USC gets to play on the live TV. Notre Dame would play like, anyways. Well, if they don't play in the bowl game, why would they play in that? Oh, we'll get to that. Yeah, the fucking I don't know. Keegan, what do you think as a coach, man? Like you've been at some smaller programs and you've had to rebuild those programs and you've had some good runs with those programs, right? Like the
Mhm.
Redskins this year, I can think of that last year at Lakota was electric. Um, Now, what do you think as a coach that's coached guys that you love them, you trust them, they're ballers, they had a good regular season? But what do you say if you had to go against like a St. Xavier or a St. Ed's and there was no divisions anymore? And now you got to lace your boys up and try to like, would that be beneficial for the boys? Or would you rather play a championship like it is now and try to play in the playoff with teams of your caliber and your size? Like, that's what I'm thinking of here. Like, imagine if Portland went undefeated and they're like, oh, sweet, dude, you fucking killed it. Everyone knows about you right now. You're going to go play a D1 school.
Yeah.
That's private with a bunch of guys that are going to OSU and Michigan next year. Like you don't like would you as a coach want that over playing similar competition to win out and get your own trophy?
No, of course not. And
Yeah.
here's the thing: like, if you watch the patterns, like as you're saying, like even in high school, like there's a reason why all these divisions have been getting moved down, and that everybody, like, not only just the numbers in at different schools and everything like that, but like coaches have been trying to complain and trying to get in the right divisions to be able to be competitive. No, there's nothing harder, as we all know, being on teams that have been like this, than going to play competition where you know you're about to go get your ass kicked, where you just know you're out, man, you're outgunned, and you know it's hard to get guys motivated to go do that, and then your numbers fall off because guys aren't buying into that. So you got to have even competition, and everybody benefits when you find similar competition like that. It gets better, it gets everybody more invested and all that stuff. So similar competition I think would do great. And to be honest, I really was liking Eric's point right there. God, I just kind of forgot it now.
No doubt.
But no, man, yeah, you got to find similar competition, and there, it would be really nice to have the two different playoffs. Oh, this was the point I was going to make is I think the regular season would be more interesting as well. Like if you have a James Madison, but like you're not as interested if you know they're running the season just because you know they're not going to go all the way to the natty. But like if you know they got their own national championship, fuck, I might tune into a game just to see, oh, are they going to keep staying undefeated? Are they going to run it in that league and win a national championship again? It's just like watching D2 or D3 ball whenever it freaking comes on and there's a good team that you're interested in because they have good competition. You know what I mean? I think it makes it more interesting, a lot more to invest in. I think it builds for everybody, but
And you
who
still have
knows?
big, and you'll still have big brands, right? Because
Yeah.
that means Texas would be in something like that right now. Notre Dame would be thrown into something like that right now. Big ass national brands going against these same schools. It's not like you're losing that. It's not like I'm
Yeah.
just pairing up, Miami U versus JMU for the quarterfinal. No, like they have to be good enough to even make it to that one. That's what makes it. You have 130 some teams, don't you? Is that the number? Like what we talk about here with just, you know what I mean? Like pick the best 12, put them out there. I mean, they're supposed to do that next year. That shit pisses me off even more reading that. Wait, Jack, does this mean like after a while, some of my boys like last night, like a little later into the news, they're like, "Hey, Jack, dude, this is awesome. That next year this won't happen to you." I'm like, "Oh yeah, next year, great, dude. I don't even know if I'll be
Yeah.
fucking alive next year, dude. Like, I'm not gonna see Notre Dame play again for a while, man." Uh, I'm waiting for Clark too. If you haven't tell, I'm waiting for Clark just so we can kind of get in our bag because I know his volcano will open up pretty fucking quickly. And I didn't want to be like, "Hey, Clark, how's the playoff? Don't talk about Notre Dame." But first, before that, Keegan,
Yep.
Oregon, man, we just talked about the G5s, but fuck it. You got the fifth seed. You were already if you got the fifth seed, you're going against the G5 no matter what. And how you feeling compared to last year and the fact that it feels a little bit more what did TJ say? Like a lunch paily, like you're going to work this year compared to last year. Like this is a gritty team in general, and you got the fifth seed with a good side of the bracket. You feel probably pretty fucking good, man. How you feeling?
Boys, I've been waiting for this all fucking day, gentlemen. I'm fucking am so excited for Oregon right now. They got me bought the fuck back in, dude. Fucking, oh my god. It's just patience has paid off, gentlemen. All right. I'm glad it played out the way it did. I can't even lie. I know you Ohio State fans are gonna be mad. I'm glad the Big Ten championship played out the way it did. I love that Indiana has a big head going into this playoff. I love that the Buckeyes got beat up a little bit and are questioning themselves a little bit. I do think you guys will rally back if I'm being realistic. But anyways, I like that freaking all that happened. I love that we got freaking this James Madison that we got to play in the first round of the playoffs. and our whole side of the bracket, dude. I'm freaking excited, dude. I'm so pumped. I think that we're going to build momentum, and I'm ready to see how Dan Lanning's going to coach these boys up, man. I'm really excited to see how these playoffs are going to go. I'm ready to talk some shit, dude. Freaking get
Oh,
me to
but
the national championship, and freaking I'll at least be happy. We don't even have to win. I'll be content. I did not think this year would go like that. If it does,
I'm rooting for like, I want Oregon and Ohio State to lace it back up real bad. I think
that would be
that's a
so
storyline that writes itself. You got two premier coaches. They played against each other before. Dan Lanning is probably has a fucking weird ass, like those crazy people that have like strings attached to everything, like conspiracy theorists. It's just like Ryan Day's face, Jeremiah Smith. It's like going everywhere in Ohio State because he has not stopped thinking about it since. There's no way a coach like that. Even look at his pictures with his family. It doesn't even look natural hanging out with his family. He wants to be back in the office. He's trying to fucking coach somebody, bro. He doesn't even know how to get sushi without making it look like it was a picture in 2012. Like it's just a goofy ass thing. But I want that. I'm rooting for something like that. I want to. And Texas Tech's a baller team, but they're probably the most questionable of who they played. Right? Like they're just one of those teams that like just haven't played the right people. But when they have, fuck. I mean, you can't say nothing about it. They're just fucking balling. Man, I think you guys will be fine. And you took your lumps. And you went through tough games with Iowa and shit. I think you guys will be a really grit team. Honestly, kind of comparable to Notre Dame last year. I really do think so. I think you're gonna
I
grind.
would kill for a semifinals with three Big Ten teams too.
Oh,
Oh, dude, I would kill for a semifinals with Indiana, Oregon, and then Ohio State and Georgia, or whoever comes out of that side between Ole Miss and Georgia.
and
I
like
would just kill for three Big Ten teams in the semifinals. That'd make me so happy. That'd make me
TJ
so
just did,
happy.
man. Fucking Mendoza's finally getting jerked. You know what? Let the news come out then that Notre Dame's got their partnership with the Big Ten because they're apparently going to push this shit fast. They're trying to get out of the ACC so quickly. That'd be an excellent time. Oh, three Big Ten teams in the fucking semifinal. Notre Dame just signed with parts of the Big Ten. Everything's riding high. Big Ten's fucking kicking ass. That's what I want. We need some poetic justice. We'll talk more later when we get to the matchups because we could talk all day. Be aware of the Bulldogs, bro. I think they are fucking nasty. I think they're just a gritty ass. You don't want to play. You can beat them, but they stop you a few fucking drives. You got to fucking eat shit and try to figure out what you're doing. I think Kirby Smart's got them boys rolling, man. He really does. Before we get even crazier with Irish talk, Clark, man, haven't heard your voice. How you doing, buddy? And what do you think about just the actual aspects of the college football playoff in general, some of the matchups you're excited for? And then I'll let you lead the pack when you decide to rip the band-aid off about the old fighting Irish. Because this I can't believe I'm not going to see Jeremiah Love in a uniform again. It feels like a bad dream. It really does.
I like that you said that because like after thinking about all this, I think that's really just the part I'm saddest about. Like, sucks like a lot of these guys probably gonna be back next year and not gonna see them play again, which blows. But one matchup I'm really looking forward to is in the second round, whoever Indiana's got to play. So they're gonna pull their Alabama or Oklahoma, and I think that's gonna be a really good test for them. I got to watch Texas Tech play for the first time. I think them and Oregon's gonna be a good game. Texas Tech defense is fucking for real, man. Those are some good ball players. Honestly, like all these top four teams are really deserving. I think they're all really solid teams, all have a pretty good shot. I still think Ohio State's probably the favorite as of right now to win it. But I think any of these teams that are 1 through 4 have a good shot of winning this whole thing. I don't know, man. I think the whole fucking you gotta expand the play. I'm pissed off, dude. This shit's so fucking stupid, man. How do you objectively pick who the fuck should be in? That's so stupid. Listen, really, I'm not mad at Miami at the end of the day because we should have beat them. We beat them, we're in, right? But Alabama not even fucking budging after having negative rushing yards in a game where they got, I get it, they beat them earlier season. They got their fucking taints handed to them, dude. That's
100%.
fucking horseshit. BYU gets knocked out because they're if that, then why is Ohio State number 2 if conference championship games don't matter, right? It's so fucking stupid. I don't get it. We've come to learn that all these fucking brackets and shows they have before this weekend is all bullshit. It really is. It's all bullshit. No, Miami and Notre Dame both didn't play, and they just mysteriously jump us because the ACC is so fucking terrible. A 7-5 Duke won it. Fuck you. Fuck the ACC forever now, dude. I'm the ACC's biggest fucking hater. Shit ass conference. Fucking garbage. Um, At the end of the day, man, it sucks Notre Dame's not in. I get why. I'm like you. I've been banned off several apps and websites for shit talking people that said making fun of memes about Notre Dame not playing in a bowl game. bowl games haven't mattered since Leonard Fournette first sat out in 2016 or 17 or whatever. It ain't fucking meant anything since, dude. What's the point? So we play our third stringers and we probably lose against BYU. Like, who gives a fuck? I don't know. The whole thing's gotten me so fucking angry. I've really tried to stay away from it, but in a way, I almost feel bad for teams like James Madison, right? Because it's got to feel good. Like, you're like, fuck yeah, dude. We get to go play in the fucking big boy. And they're going to get they're going to get boat raced. That game's going to be fucking 60-14. And I'm going to be like, well, I mean, what else do you want? Like, Tulane? Like, come on. Let's be fucking serious here. So I don't know. At the end of the day, they got to expand the playoffs and, like, all conference champions get an automatic bid and whatever at-large teams play a playing game and you're in. Like, there's got to be a more, I'm not necessarily, I guess, fair way to do it. Because anything objective is just so fucking bullshit in my mind. And fuck that playoff committee. They're a bunch of hoes. I don't know. It sucks. And I will say I watched all that Indiana-Ohio State game. Fucking phenomenal game. I haven't really got to watch either team much this season besides the Michigan-Ohio State game. Caden Curry's a bad motherfucker on Ohio State's D-line. He was fucking everywhere. He was fucking people up. Indiana really impressed me. I was talking shit on them all weekend saying they were about to lose by like 30 points or some shit and they're overrated, but they made me eat my fucking words, man. Great defense. Fucking their D coordinator, dog, he was cooking up some shit. He had Julian Sane seeing fucking ghost out there. That was a very good performance by them. And once they really start getting some real recruits in there and some transfers, that's going to be a scary ass team, dog. Signetti's got his boys with him on the coaching staff, and they get shit done right. So, and my favorite thing is that he snubbed Urban Meyer's snake ass of a handshake at the fucking postgame thing, and that made my fucking heart just fucking swell like the Grinch, dog. That's what I felt like. That's the only thing that made me fucking smile this weekend. I was like, good, fuck you, cocksucker, smug prick. And then he started talking shit. I wanted Brady Quinn. I would do a 2-year jail sentence for Brady Quinn to punch him in his fucking teeth, and he would have a real heart attack. I would go sit right now for 2 years in jail for that to happen. So, fuck you, Urban Meyer. End of rant.
I love it. Hey, you know what? And go to the Brady Quinn thing, man. I don't know if you guys saw that clip. Brady Quinn was not happy with the shit. He was just
Yeah, he
flying
was
out
heated.
because he thought he was being, he's like, oh, like they just wouldn't beat them. He's like, how do you just say, you're just talking. He goes, well, I watched the film. He goes, oh, okay. Like, I love that. It's like, bro, everyone's just saying stuff. I'll start with that. The objective stuff is getting on my nerves. I thought when this whole thing started, the 12 best teams didn't roll out. And I think last year we were spoiled with the fact, and I'll keep reiterating this, Boise State was going to earn that shit even if there was no G5 rule, right? Like Boise State was on a fucking roll and they had a Heisman Trophy candidate. Like they've spoiled us with the idea of a G5 being involved, and I think we just weren't really prepared to face the reality of what if we don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the committee froze when it came to that. And I think that they just bought into it a little too hard. Even like Tulane were like, I think they're trying though to give the team the benefit of the doubt because their coach is staying as well. I think that's an odd thing. I'm like, and these are ADs you're talking about. I'm like, do they just know the contract rule right now? We're like, oh man, like we understand what the coach is doing to stay. So if he's staying, we might as well let him coach. You know what I mean? Like it's just, what are we really doing with that? And you know, I like Eric's point of like you're going to see a lot of viewership if these teams go to like a Vandy versus Tulane. Like Tulane used to be an SEC school like a long, long time ago. That'd be a cool little matchup. A little history there maybe you can show of them when they played a long time ago. Like just stuff like that. Like that's what we should stick to.
Like,
And
I want to
yeah,
add, bro, real quick. Talking about the G5 stuff, I looked into it a little bit this year, and a good example of a team that I think would deserve a spot from a G5 is 2017 UCF went 13-0.
Mm-hmm.
Mackenzie Milton had 4,100 yards passing, and their last 3 games were ranked opponents. They upset 7th-ranked Auburn in the last game of the season. That's a G5 team from the American Conference that is also nationally relevant. They've put
Great point,
themselves
TJ. It's a great
they've
point.
they've put themselves in a position to be nationally relevant. So if you're going to have a G5 team in the playoff, they better be a team like that, you know, can win all of their conference games, play a ranked opponent either early in the season or late in the season, win a fucking game against a big time ranked opponent, you know, and then I don't feel bad giving them a playoff spot. Where I go 2007 UCF, dog, they cooked South Florida, who was like 18th. They cooked Memphis, which was like 22, and then they cooked Auburn 3 weeks in a row to go 13-0. And they weren't in the playoff. They were like sixth ranked or some shit like that back then, but they would deserve a G5 spot. I don't know. JMU's just not nationally relevant to me, even going 11-1.
So I love that point because like I can live as an Irish fan if a team like that UCF is a perfect example. A team like that would definitely deserve to jump over Notre Dame. I wouldn't even think, even if I thought Notre Dame could beat them 1-on-1, that doesn't matter at that point. They haven't lost games. They're fucking known right now. They're balling out. They got ranked wins. That's inevitable. Like I was willing when I watched those conference games, I was willing to deal with the inevitable. Like if BYU beat Texas Tech, I knew it was toast. Like I knew that, like I'm not even gonna try to argue if I would make a rant thinking I think Notre Dame could beat them. But also what's ironic is Brady Quill's making this point. You're literally leaving out a team that Las Vegas had as like the fifth best odds to win it all. Out of 12, that's better than half of the motherfuckers that are going to lace up. We can win it all. And so like going off of that, like, and the Miami thing don't bother me. I knew that. Let's just don't, like Clark was saying, don't fuck with us. That's what the AD was trying to talk about, and that's where I was losing my shit. People were all doing the crying emojis. I'm like, listen to what he's fucking saying. He's not saying like, oh, like, woe is me, this or this. What he's saying is if you're just already the head on head was already there. I was shocked when Notre Dame was ahead of them right away. I really was because I was like, dude, like they're already making a statement that Miami is good, so maybe they're just really doing the eye test. That's what helped Notre Dame last year. Maybe they're sticking with that. Like, but no, like you decided to keep them far away, and then you kept creeping them up when nothing changed. That's what confuses me in general. But I know Miami was already going to have an edge over us. I knew that going into Saturday. I wasn't banking on that, to whatever. I was banking on Alabama getting their ass blown out, pause, just for us to just for us to come in there and kind of replace them. Like they looked like shit. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be the shit that happened last year. Where Alabama got bounced out. Like, okay, I can work with that. Like everything was adding up for me. Like, and this is where I argue that this is my last point about G5. I'm done with it after this. I really am. It's the 12 best teams should go in. I understand if you don't think Notre Dame's better than the other 11 based on resume and weird shit and whatever. Or I'm not really counting Tulane either. Like that's just weird. I'm put BYU. If it was really my bracket, you put BYU at 11, Notre Dame at 12. If you really want to be subjective and weird about it, fine. Give me Notre Dame versus Oregon on the national stage at night. What are we talking about? I thought this was about money. That's what's confusing to me. NCAA, you're supposed to be the money hungry demons. Where you been, bro? Like, I need the hungry money demons back out. I need Burger King commercials and stars on the field. Like, what are we? Like, I thought that's what we were doing with this whole thing. I thought we were stretching out to 12. We didn't even have to do that. I was rooting for like 8 teams originally because I thought 12 would be shit like this. Like, let's be real. Like, each year there's only like 8 teams that can win it. So, like, at most, and that's not even like that's a big number. So if we're doing 12, let's get everyone in. Fuck it, bro. Fuck Tulane and Jam. Put Texas in over fucking BYU then. Fucking put Texas at 12 and Notre Dame at 11. Tell BYU to kick rocks. Don't even think about the G5. Put the money on the table and let's fucking see who wins, bro. You know what I'm saying? What if Arch Manning hit a game-winning touchdown against Oregon? Oh my God, the season has been saved in so many different ways for his arc, for the fucking media's arc, for all the people that said I told you so on ESPN and shit like that. Like, dude, it's just this is green, man. Maybe this is my speech to you, ESPN. Maybe instead of yelling at you, I want you to hire me. Hire your boy. Hire your boys around the table. Don't put me on the committee now. TJ and Eric would fucking. I couldn't live in Columbus anymore if I was on the committee. Them motherfuckers trying to kill me. But that's my last rant with the G5. Now I will say this with everything else. It's just we're. I'm just going to complain about what people are saying and try to correct it. The players voted not to do the bowl. Like an AD and the coach are backing up the players. That's the type of team I want. Maybe I don't even know the AD. They lose out on some money for that shit. I get his point. He's trying to stick it to ESPN and ACC, so that's his standpoint. Even though it's a lose on money, I'm going back to the money talk. The players voted. The captains voted, and then apparently the craziest part was guys like Jeremiah Love. They had to tell him like some of the guys had to tell him like not to play. He's like, no, let's just keep playing. Like Jeremiah Love was pissed off, said, fuck it, I'm gonna keep lacing the fuck up. Let's play Cheez-It Bowl, let's do whatever bowl. And everyone's like, nah, man, you got money on the table, big dog. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of conversation with that. And we have a lot of turnover with our team. Like we come out there and I don't think it helps the program if we go out there with half the roster and we lose a close game against BYU and now we have to go into the next season with that. I'd rather go into the next season with everyone pissed off all year in the weight room because they got snubbed and everyone's talking shit. Everyone's calling them soft when they're actually one of the best teams in the country. That's a recipe for fucking. And the top three recruiting class coming in on top of that. So those kids are going to come in young with all the old dudes pissed off to the moon, bro. And then no matter how good you are, you weren't as good as Jeremiah and he never made it to the fucking. He never got to do it. So they're going to remind all those boys over and over again. I don't care how good you are. You aren't as good as Jeremiah. And we watched that boy cry and beg us to play Cheez-It Bowl. Like, that's the shit I'm talking about for this year. Also, Giants, I don't know if you guys heard this. Stay the fuck away from Freeman or I will find you. I will freak the fuck out, dude. That's starting to get traction right now. I will lose my shit. We hired Tommy Reese. I will lose my shit, guys. I will fucking go crazy. I'll have to put a fucking Oregon Duck fucking hat on or something. I don't even know, bro. That shit would piss me off. Anyways, the soft stuff's annoying with that. Don't play in a bowl game. Championship or bust with Notre Dame. You know what? It really shows me if you get Notre Dame, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Get off. Join a conference. Okay. Does that really benefit people? Well, join the ACC if you're going to be part of them. You saw how well that worked out this year for everybody. Miami was in the ACC with a good record, and they didn't even get to make like it doesn't. It's not bulletproof to be in that. Um, I want us as a fan. I want us to be a partnership with the Big Ten before this is all over. I think it just fits really well on paper. I don't think we need to join a conference. I don't think people get it. They don't get it. They don't think of it. I say this all the time. I'm not gonna get in this rant of like how big the university is and shit like that. Like you just don't get it. It's just not how it works with Notre Dame. In fact, it would get way more confusing for Notre Dame to just join a conference. It's just not how it fucking works. It's just not. In fact, just like I keep saying, watch out for other teams that are going to keep trying to find their strings to get out of conferences or do their own thing. I mean, no one's hanging like Texas and OU left the Big 12 high to dry, killed those programs off with no fucking water supply, and everyone's like, "Oh, what a cool move." What? You can't say this like this is like you guys are comparing apples to oranges left and right. Um, and it's just funny to me. And like the other coaches trying to take shots, I don't like that shit with Freeman. You saw what happened last year when Franklin tried taking shots. You saw what happened, you know what I mean, when people wrote off Georgia. You saw Freeman get that little smirk on his face. I bet you Freeman's already bench pressed 225 15 times in the last 24 hours. Pissed off to the fucking moon. And his fucking hair is not even there anymore. It's just rubbed off, you know, all that fucking dye he puts in it. I can't make fun of Ryan Day and not make fun of Marcus Freeman doing the same thing for his forehead. But Ryan Day just does it to his face. You know, it's a different kind of thing. You know, keep the muff diver happy. You know what I mean? But no, you know, it's gonna be hard for me to watch. So as we move forward, it's gonna be hard for me to watch. I'm gonna try my best. It's gonna be hard for me to talk to you boys, but we're gonna root for it. Best of your guys' teams. Um, Shout out the Big Ten. I hope the SEC eats shit, and I hope ESPN eats shit because you know what? Like Notre Dame don't have to bow down to you, and I don't think. And this is my last conspiracy theory. So I'm glad I remember this. Let's look into the fine print of why ESPN ain't a big fan of Notre Dame sometimes. They're the only team ESPN doesn't own at all. They're the only team that they don't get to buy into nothing. Notre Dame's on their own roller coaster with their NBC deal, doing their thing, pointing the middle finger up, bro. And they saved the ACC. Then ESPN is thankful for Notre Dame for that, but in a weird Cold War kind of way, because without Notre Dame, the ACC crumbles during COVID. Hell, we even joined the conference that year. Went to the conference championship game in just 1 year of being in the conference. Wow, the conferences are so hard. And also, like, yeah, you know what? Look at our schedule now, Clark. If you can agree, like our schedule next season's ass, and we need to get out of that ACC shit ASAP. We're playing North Carolina and shit, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? And people are like, "Oh, look at Notre Dame with the cupcake schedule." I'm like, okay, you can't. You just can't say two things at the same time. Like that's the same schedule we get if we join the ACC, but worse. We don't get USC. We don't get like even Navy. Navy's better than most of the ACC teams. So like, be careful what you wish for. Fuck it. I hope if we do join a conference, join the Big Ten. But anyways, that's my take. And let's go, boys. My girl just texted me, poor Freeman. They do not like when I talk crap about him, bro. All the women in my fucking family.
Oh yeah. Maria sent me a TikTok of him the other day, like biting his finger. I said, "Get that shit the fuck off my screen,
bro." Dude, it's wild. I just processed what you said.
Yeah,
dude, we were at the fucking bookstore before the game. This is before you got to South Bend. We're at the bookstore and they have him modeling in Under Armour shit, and they have him just staring at you like this. I'm like, Coach, what are we doing? No,
yeah,
this is bad, Coach. Fucking simmer down. You're gonna make another kid.
You want the NIL money, don't you, man? We doing Marcus Freeman sexy calendars. Marcus Freeman dressed as a firefighter with no undershirt, him as a lumberjack. You'll get some NIL money from the old ladies, man.
Come on, Freeman, man. I know you need the white people's money, dog, but just don't do this, man. You're better than this, brother. Be the man behind the scenes, not the one in between the fucking sheets, dude. Come on, man. He's out here fucking probably sending pictures to fucking boosters' wives and shit. Like all fucking shredded in the mirror. And they're like, thank you. $50,000 goes to so and so. Like, yeah, like that's goddamn selling his body. Anyways, let's go over some conference championship results just for the fun of it. James Madison took down Troy. I fucking think Troy's just a random cool team. I don't know if you guys ever play them on college.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just
baby.
yeah, I don't know why.
Uniforms are hard, bro.
Dude,
Uniforms are hard.
they are, man. Detroit Trojans. I don't know. They got cool rivalries too. I don't know. It's just a cool thing. North Texas, Tulane. Actually, I watched some of that game just because I looked up North Texas' overall offensive stats, like their running back, like their receivers, their quarterback. I wish that was a team like TJ was saying that was undefeated.
That quarterback was a zero-star recruit and a backup in high school. He never started a game
Yeah.
before he's at
He
North
led the
Texas.
nation in passing.
I bet that boy
Yeah.
with sticks is crazy. No joke. That's where he got it from the whole time. That boy stayed on the sticks, didn't let go. And now
Dude,
he's out here fucking doing it real life.
that game was so weird to watch. North Texas's running back like got hurt, and they
Hmm.
go to the sideline and they just gave him a pill. Like on live TV, they just put a pill in his mouth. And then like North Texas is trying to go up tempo, trying to go no huddle, and the lights go out for fucking 15 seconds randomly and gives Tulane extra time. It was just the weirdest fucking game I could possibly watch. I'm like, dude, this is perfect for a G5 fucking conference championship game. It's just the lights going out and shit. We got pills on the field, unmarked medicines and such, bro. It was perfect. And Summerall in the Tulane game losing his
Yeah.
fucking mind, dude. Hey, I love this guy. He pump faked the headset spike and he's pushing his jaw back up into his lip with his tongue and his hat's on crooked, man. Summerall's gonna fit in right in with the Gators, bro. They're gonna love that guy.
I love that. Yeah, I know we're dissing the G5. Like we've always, I think Tulane's nice in their own way, and that coach is a stud. And it's cool to see him be able to do like press conferences for Florida, but then still have that same passion for his boys to lead them in. It really shows you the difference. Like if a team works well with their coach, in different sizes, of course, they have to worry about different things. But hey, Brian Kelly, man, take notes. Lane Kiffin, that really wasn't really your fault. We went over that, but Brian Kelly, take notes. Fucking, you gonna be coaching UTEP if you don't watch out, bro. BYU, Texas Tech. Oh yeah, and I want to say shout out to North Texas for being weird, bro. What do you think when the alumni has the rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin? Like that's a unique place. That he played fucking linebacker there. BYU, Texas Tech went exactly the way the last game went. It fucking exactly the way the last game went. And that defense is nasty. Also, like I will say this for BYU, they're going to be really good in the next couple of years with how young their team is. They have a pretty young squad. At certain positions, and that quarterback, he's only a freshman, so
Mhm.
like,
Bachmeyer.
yeah, like it's only up from there with shit like that. It really is. In Texas Tech, we talk about that. They're dogs. Georgia, Alabama, butt whooping. Clark kind of touched on that with the
Yeah.
rushing yards. It's Georgia's the new Alabama in my eyes, the way it used to be. Like they are just like the peak of what SEC is. You might catch them sleeping from time to time. Their offense might be a little odd from time to time. They drop some passes. I'll tell you what, Gunnar Stockton is a fucking tough country boy. That boy runs around, no fear in his eyes. And I also want to make a complaint. You're talking about bright TVs. I think my eyes are sensitive. I was like, dude, I don't remember Georgia's helmets being so goddamn bright, bro. It was like a red light on the street. I'm like, yo. Fucking A, dude. It's fucking weird. And then also, like, Georgia, like, put some cool shit on you. I forgot how boring you were. Like, Alabama. Like, you just wear your shit. Like, if you're going to have, like,
No swag.
yeah, that's coming from a Notre Dame fan that wears, like, our boring jerseys. Like, get some fucking swag under you, bro. And I'm glad I didn't see many videos of that fucking bulldog. Don't let that bulldog out there, dude. I'm not going to get off of that. Like, don't fucking, I'm going to call animal cruelty if I ever see that motherfucker on TV again. Oh. Any last second thoughts? We'll go over Heisman's way down the road when that gets real close here soon, and with the other awards and shit like that. That'll actually be pretty cool this year. I think people are bitching about the Heisman. You guys seen that? They're like, "Oh my God, I missed when they were elite." That's what I've been saying. That's why I was trying to push for Jeremiah, just because his numbers may not be right there, but that's elite. Like, but hey, I got to watch Julian Sane and Mendoza go against really good defenses, but because they got the first down, they get the Heisman. Dude, Gus Johnson can suck one, dude. I like that man, but he pissed me off. He's like, give him the Heisman. And he had to pause afterwards. I'm like, you thought you did something there, didn't you, huh? You thought you fucking did something, dude. Nah, I'm gonna fucking call the authorities, bro. That seems like some inner fucking stock market trading bullshit right there. Don't fucking do that shit, bro. Fucking piss me off. And Joel Klatt, I want to complain about this. I'm not gonna complain about the Washington State. I'm glad I was thinking of this. I almost forgot. Joel Klatt and Gus, it was a good call. I love those boys. Those are my favorite ones. But man, do not look at the fucking same field I'm looking at with some of the shit they say. They just be talking out their ass. I'm like, bro, like you'll watch Indiana just straight up. Like I love Eric's point, like just straight up, just fucking outman the lineman. And then like fucking he's getting his that one play where Sane got out, the dude got his whole face ripped by the lineman, the D lineman for Indiana. And Joel Klatt could not get over how Julian Sane just got up from that tackle. I'm like, bro, his face is like this, and then all I hear is Klatt go, man, Sane is something else. I'm like, what are we? Oh my god, look. And I ain't gonna lie, boys, when Julian Sane threw that pick, I was at the comedy club. I was like, oh man, all the comedians at once like turn around, they're like, Jack, shut the fuck up. I'm like, let's cook, baby, let's cook. We cooking with grease now. All right, NFL talk. We'll go over pretty quick. So I want to get to our teams. Of course, you guys got anything, throw it in there. I want to throw a cool stat at you boys to segue to the NFL. A little bit of Browns in here. I thought it was cool because I didn't know about the Broncos. Did you know the Broncos might set the sack record for the whole NFL this year? So not only is Garrett chasing a record, the Broncos record's actually older. They're trying to beat a record that was set by the 84 Chicago Bears, the 85 team, 84-85. Yeah. So the Broncos are on pace to try to break that at the same time of Garrett, of course, only a couple, 2.5 sacks away. And I honestly, I forgot TJ Watt matched that. I don't know why I forgot that. Like, why is that? It's just TJ Watt really. You need to figure something out, big dog, because the Steelers are making you look bad, dog. The whole situation is making you look bad, even though Aaron Rodgers came back with the discount double check, came back out this week, dude. That was fucking hard with the fucking with the ugly face mask, with the goddamn hand fucking all fucking casted up. I was like, dude, there's some drunk Pittsburgh fans that are coming to that right there.
Oh yeah.
They're busting nuts. But real quick storylines: Colts lose Jones, Achilles. That's sad. Their season's toast. Hey, Riley Leonard, let's go. Time to fucking own up. I heard that tight end from Warren is the second string now. Did you guys see that? So apparently, if anything happens to Riley Leonard on the spot while they're trying to figure out second string, Warren has to be the one to come in because Riley's the only active quarterback in the locker room right now. Yeah, so they might have to.
Fantasy. Let's go.
Does Joe Flacco ask for his release to go back to the Colts?
Yeah.
Dude, that would be awesome. That'd be electric. Oh, that'd be electric. Bears fall down the rankings. I don't know if you guys saw. There's a video of a bear. I don't know if he got shot or shocked or whatever, but he was at the top of the fucking tree and then he fell all the way down.
Oh yeah, the power pull, dude.
Yeah, that's what
You
the
seen
Bears.
that one?
Yeah, that's what the Bears did this last week, man. It just sucks how close the NFC is. It's a cool thing, but it sucks for some of these teams. You lose a couple games, you out of the playoffs, dog. Like it's very fucking intense on the NFC. The AFC is fucking sad right now. It really is. Like in the aspect of like compared to that. Because hey, I'll go into this. Kansas City struggles. Hey, can we say it, boys? They're toast. Toast.
14% chance to make the playoffs now, man. I think they have a 14% chance to make the playoffs now, which is insane.
And I won't watch those games with Colin Collinsworth talk.
Oh, dude. Patrick.
My favorite. I had to say this. I had this saved with my other notes because I was like, I have to. This is so funny. It was when they fucking CJ Stroud had that fucking crazy like pass like that was all wobbly. You guys probably seen this, and they got a completion off of it, and it was an awesome play. Instead of talking about that, they're zooming in on Pat Mahomes on the bench. And he goes, Pat Mahomes. He's thinking, oh, this is the type of game we're playing. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? I started thinking, like I was playing, NFL career shit with my guy. You do college and you do NFL, and I'm balling out. I'm like, when we were younger, when you play that, you think, oh man, everyone probably loves my character because he's fucking winning all these championships. Nah, I'm starting to think, man, everyone hates my motherfucking dude for breaking these records. They think he's a phony, bro. They don't want to fuck with him. And Travis Kelce got mollywopped too, bro. That fucking he holding onto his chest, and then that other hit too. I think it was that Tony that got hit.
No, it
Um,
was Rasheed Rice, right? Rasheed
oh,
Rice.
Rice. It was Rice. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rice,
Yeah,
Rice, Rice. That gnarly.
Someone said it was a hit and run. I was laughing my ass off.
yeah.
That's funny. Did you guys see the overturned touchdown with the Ravens Steelers game?
Yeah.
hmm
That's fucking. Any thoughts on that? I don't know. I just think I always go back to Des Bryant catch. To me, Des Bryant catch was a catch,
I thought it was a
but
touchdown because
that one's even closer.
is him not holding the ball away from the dude of not a football move? Like, is that not a football move?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you want
I
him to do?
don't.
Bring it
Yeah,
in and let
like
it get knocked out? Like
did
he's.
they originally call it a touchdown on the field, or what did they call on the field before they reviewed it? Because I wasn't watching the game that tight. I tuned in right after that, so I don't know what the
I
call
can't
was on the
remember.
field.
I can't
Because
remember.
maybe that was one where it was just so close they just stuck with the one they called on the field because they're just like, not
That's
that that
wild.
justifies it, but I was just curious if everyone knew what they called it on the field originally.
No,
I
no, I
don't
do not
know.
know. But that's to me, it's a touchdown. What do you think, Clark? You're a DB. If a guy caught it on you, of course, if you were playing DB, you're going like this and everything after that.
Oh yeah, I'm headbutting them.
Okay,
Catching
Michigan.
shit. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call to make. It's a touchdown in my eyes. How the fuck do you say it's not a touchdown? It's so weird. It's another objective thing, right? I fucking hate that shit in sports. It drives me crazy. And fucking Ravens should have won that game, and they got fucking robbed.
Yeah, why aren't we
I don't
using
know.
AI for sports yet? Like,
Yeah,
why are we using AIs to
please.
make like cartoon characters of
First
ourselves?
downs
Let's,
next year
Yeah.
will be. First downs next year will officially be lasered.
you know what? That
Thank
makes me sad.
God.
That, like to me, man, like I'd rather have the chains and know who's making a catch.
Apparently, they're
Like,
still gonna do that for the TV's sake. Like,
oh, bro, I'd love to do that. That'd be a
but
nice retirement
then they're gonna
plan.
overturn it with the fucking laser.
That's what I'm
The
gonna try to
chain.
do. Oh, yeah, just fucking keep walking. Come on. Ref's still
Yeah,
involved.
yeah.
When I used to do that back in the day for Pee Wee shit, I used to get in arguments with the refs all the time. I get so mad at them. I'm like, dude, I'm trying, bro. What are you talking about, you grumpy ass? Like, anyways, Jaguars leading their division, fucking out here, and I love it. Their whole locker room is staying. They don't feel respected yet. I was kind of sitting there as a Niners fan, like, hold your horses, guys. Like, you got like. And I'm rooting for it. I've been saying it. I'm calling it Jaguars Duval. I did this a couple years ago and it didn't work, and now it's gonna work. It's working, dude. Trevor Lawrence out here slanging it. Trevor Lawrence sometimes looks like he's scared to throw the football, but he's slanging it right now. Let's get some final scores real quick before we get to our boys. Easy week for me, bye week. The only thing we could do is rise this week with some losses. That's all the Niners were hoping for. We didn't really get too much of it though, because Seattle fucking dog walked the Falcons. Of course, Jaguars dog walk the Colts. Vikings dog walk the Commanders, which pisses me off because I had a bye week with my defense, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put the Commanders up because the Vikings been throwing so many picks. I don't know, man. There's some bad voodoo in the air going on. Bills win a close one against the Bengals. Hey, this is what we were talking about with Joe Burrow. Like he can play as well as he wants. You're not gonna win all these games, man. Not against good teams. Like their defense just can't keep up. And Allen is so good. Like he's kind of
Oh,
become more of the way I look at like the guaranteedness of Pat Mahomes sometimes. I think if Allen, man, you don't want to see that boy in the playoffs this year. I think he's just got a whole different mindset. He looks like a grown man. He's always looked like a grown man, but he really handles himself a lot different.
had the
Um,
visor on, 40-yard touchdown run, dude. That shit was cold.
he's feeling himself, bro. He really
Yeah.
is. Saints, man, beating the Bucks. That division's odd. And you know what?
Oh,
Shout out Saints. It just shows two different type of like if you have a lot of injuries mixed with it don't even matter if we have injuries. Let's just go play ball. That's what the Saints are doing. You know, and was it that kid from Louisville, like Shaw? Like he's playing ball. I like seeing that
yeah.
stuff. I do. I like seeing some of that work out. Not everyone has to be a bust right away. Let him be a bust later. You know what I mean? Let's get an underrated season in our belt real quick. Steelers Ravens. We were getting to that. You know that call called everything. That's big for the division. I don't know about the Steelers, man. They're wishy washy. I just hope it kind of like kind of college playoff talk in a way. Like if the Steelers do win that division, I just hope they don't fucking make it look like shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
just like dog walk it. Like I trust the Ravens more in the playoffs than I trust the fucking Steelers. And even if the Steelers are technically better, it's just I don't know. And Lamar needs help, man. Like I don't know. It's just he's running around a lot, and like just looks like he's always like on the back end of each play. Like he has to make a play out of nothing all the time. It's just crazy. Maybe Derrick Henry's getting older too. Who knows? Dolphins resurgence back in action. They ain't gonna fire him. It's crazy. I have not seen a hot seat get colder in a long time. He's
They've been
probably
balling.
yeah, they had the hottest seat in the NFL at one
Yeah.
point, and now he's just they out here doing their thing. Someone told Tua to shut the fuck up, and now they start balling. I can't. I quit
Stop being
seeing him,
fucking weird, bro.
bro. Like, what you talking about playing games in Israel and shit? You weird. Like, what are you talking about? Just
You're
stop.
scaring
Just
the
stop.
O's too.
Yeah,
You're scaring the O's
yeah.
too.
No, what do they call them? The Huz or whatever, bro.
Yeah.
I hate that shit, bro. Don't get me. I sound like an old man. Rams, Cardinals. Man, Cardinals. Rams are good. You know what? I was thinking about this with the Niners. Our losses look great right now. Like we've lost against some good people. What we're gonna say?
On the Cardinals too, Michael Wilson. Marv hasn't played in 3 games. Michael Wilson in those 3 games has gone 15 for 185, 10 for 118, and then yesterday was 11 for 142 and 2 touchdowns. And games
Yeah,
without Marvin Harrison on the field for the Cardinals. That's kind of crazy.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think they know how to use that kid. They don't know what they're
Mm-mm.
doing. They don't. And also, like, if you watch their games, he has a lot of close calls. It's one of those weird things where, like, going back to like the like having small room for error, kind of like what TJ was saying. Like Harrison's always a couple catches, deflections away from like having like premier games over and over again. Bears, Packers. We were talking Shine out a little bit with the Bears losing, but hey, apparently Love is the third top for the MVP. Like that kid can ball. Weird division still nonetheless. We'll get to the Lions. Like it's like an opposite version of what the Ravens and Steelers are doing for that division, but it's the same thing. Like we got a tight race going on, but like for different reasons. You know what I mean? Like we got a tight race because we're mid as fuck, and then we got a tight race because everyone's just balling. Texans walking the fucking Chiefs through. Their defense is stupid. Texans don't have to score anything to win. Like they can score fucking 13, fucking 17 points a game and almost win every game. Um, Honestly, the Texas defense is the only like they're playing like better than probably almost anybody right now. And
Yeah.
then we got the Eagles and Chargers tonight. I'm actually kind of excited for this because I think you got two teams that they could be great, but they also
Marion
could.
Hampton's back tonight, right? Isn't Marion
Ooh,
Hampton back?
Yes.
let's go. That'll be interesting. Interesting week. You guys got any takes on that before I get to your Brownies and Lions? No, let's get to your
My
boys.
dogs are fucking annoying. That's my fucking deal.
You
The
your
deal with these
real.
little cocksuckers.
I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the dogs, like the
Uh,
Browns.
both. But my real dogs ain't here fucking farting and stinking up my fucking room. Outside barking at shit, dude. Driving me fucking crazy. God damn.
Oh, no rest for the wicked for Sir Michael Clark. Then no way,
Never.
never. Dude, listen to his voice, never. You know what? Let's go to you first then. What do you think, man?
Good.
Shadur balling out. Kevin Stefanski third down call. I cannot wait for TJ's rants on this. I'm not gonna try to set you up, TJ, but I know you got him built up like a fucking burp right now. You're ready to release some gas. Speaking of fucking Clark's dogs, Clark,
Uh,
man, what's left in your volcano after the Notre Dame situation now with the Browns? Like Shadur though, balling out, perfect timing.
yeah, man, he had a good game. Had some really nice touch on his throws yesterday. His touchdowns to both tight ends were beautiful. Blanketed, he put the ball right in there. I was hoping Judy broke his back when he did the front flip into the end zone. Sadly, it did not happen. I think Stefanski, I don't know who the fuck called that 2-point conversion play, but that was just, I've never thought I'd see an NFL team like try to throw a game. Somebody had some money or they just want a better draft pick. That was the stupidest shit I've ever seen. Judkins doesn't look like he has much of a high IQ, and they put that man in charge of an option play where he was possibly supposed to pitch it. That was a fucking terrible mistake. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. And for us to get absolutely gashed by Tony Pollard, like, come on the fuck on, dude. I mean, shout out to him. He got me a lot of fantasy points. Thanks, brother. But
Same.
Jesus, dog. That was just a fucking terrible defensive showing. I would not think the Browns defense would be the reason we lost to the Titans. And Cam Ward also, man, some plays that motherfucker will throw that ball on a dime, 80 yards, and the next play the ball's out of bounds. I don't know what the fuck's up with if it's his mechanics are weird, but I was pretty happy with the offense. They looked fun to watch, man. Shedeur locked in that fourth quarter and drove them right down the field both times. That was cool to see. I just don't think you got a guy like that with a hot hand. Don't take him the fuck out of the game. Come on, dude. So it was just fucking frustrating. It's a same old shit with the Browns, right? The shit's never gonna fucking change. So, but other than that, offense was good. Defense, C minus. Stefanski F minus. Jerry Judy F minus minus.
And then Haslam's expelled.
Yeah, he got shot to the sun.
You know what? I'm
In a
proud of you.
rocket.
I'm proud of you for that one. That was a real roller coaster. You did a good job of like bad, bad, bad. This was all right. Bad, bad, bad. No, this is pretty good actually. I really enjoyed this. I ain't like this. I love that's what it's all about right there, baby. Let's go. Sir Michael Stephen A. Smith. Fucking that's awesome. That was perfect. I'm gonna let TJ cook because I'm gonna get Eric's thoughts first. Eric, what do you think, man? Like just the Jaguars are winning now. You guys filled me in
I'm
on that
happy
last.
as a fucking clam. Yesterday is how every game needs to go the rest of the fucking season. I do not give a fuck about the coaching. Shador looks good. You lose the game, you get a better draft pick. Best case fucking scenario. I don't care. I'm happy about the outcome. I hope every game goes like this. I hope we're just in 30 and 40-point games the rest of the season. And Shador's just looking good. If that's the case, happy as a fucking clam. Find a way to lose the game. Harold Fannin, what a stud, dude. God, he was fucking good yesterday. That dude's he's going to be so good, man. And the rookies had another good day. Like defense obviously wasn't a great day for defense. I don't know how they ran the ball because I didn't feel like our D line was giving up gaps either. So maybe it was just on linebackers not scraping to the ball and shit. But I don't know. Like happy as a clam. That's a perfect outcome for us the rest of the season. Perfect outcome.
I love that answer. That's such a fun. Like he's like, you know what? They're fun to watch. Shadeur looks all right. We out here balling. You know what? Eric predicted that a couple weeks back where he's like, that's all I want. That's what's happening. Let's go. Hey, you guys might accidentally win though. You keep playing like that, it's the NFL. You're gonna accidentally win. Speaking of somebody that wants them to accidentally win, so he just saves himself the pain and suffering of just playing dumb football. TJ, how we feeling, man? How we feeling with the here we go, brownies? Here we go.
Boys, I was really, really mad when we lost to the Jets. I was fucking fuming pissed off after the Jets game. And after this game, I'm not angry. I'm sad.
Ooh.
I am very fucking sad. Like this genuinely ruined my fucking Sunday afternoon. Real quick, Eric, would you mind filling in our listeners? What was the Tennessee Titans record going into the game on Sunday?
1-11. Yeah, 1-11.
1-11. Give me the fucking bag. And I don't want the world to see me because I don't think that they'd understand. Why is football even played up in Cleveland? How's this team have any fucking fans? God damn it, are we fucking miserable, dude? Bubba Ventrone, it doesn't matter what your name is, jabroni. You should be second in line at the soup kitchen, you fucking bum. Listen, I just want to know who called the fucking reverse pass to win the game. Who called the reverse pass? I want to know so I can fucking point at them and shout. Because look, you're on the 2-yard line. You got to punch it in to tie up the game. Are you going to run? Are you going to pass? How fucking conflated have things got here that the coaching staff went, I have an idea, let's do both. Let's both run and pass. Do you have a fucking brain parasite? Do you have a fucking mind virus, a fucking disease of thought? What the fuck has gotten into your head that you watch Judkins break a 60-yard fucking run and you go, you know what, on the goal line, let's have him throw a fucking whoopsie-daisy annexation of Puerto Rico back to the fucking receiver. I hate the shit. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It is genuinely like this fucking team is trying to lose. It's like the Cleveland Browns were sent from God and that this is the Truman Show, and the Browns exist just to test my fucking patience and my will to live. I hate this fucking team. I hate them so fucking much. Go Browns, baby. Go get them, boys.
Oh my God. That's wonderful.
I'll never know. I love the Go Browns at the end, bro.
No, that's my
That's how
favorite.
you know. That's how you know all Browns fans are fucking mental patients, dog.
Yeah. There was,
We'll still be
Browns,
tuned in,
baby.
baby.
they were sent in like the Truman Show, just made to lose to make me feel miserable. That's just awesome. That is miserable, my friend. That is awful. I thought of you too, TJ. Like, when I see the Browns lose this time of year, I think, Eric's probably, this is what he's calling. This is what he wants. Hey, Clark's probably pissed. Then I think about them losing late, and I'm like, damn, TJ thought they were going to win for a second.
I knew
But
it
he,
was going to happen. Why do you think I kept the fucking bag?
That's the same bag.
Yeah, this is a fucking 10-cent paper bag. I fucking knew it was going to happen. I folded this bitch and put it under my chair. I said, you know what? I better hang on to that because I'm going to fucking need it. Kevin Stefanski and his fucking GQ salt and pepper beard are going to fuck me sideways. And oh my God, man. Everybody wants to talk about Shador and like how good Shador's doing. I love it. Go ahead, Shador. I'm happy to see him like kind of prove some of his critics wrong and go for a big game. But fuck me to tears. How can you watch that game and take away a single positive? Tony Pollard looks like fucking Barry Sanders. He looked like Walter Payton fucking scooting through the defense, man. Like, what the fuck are you guys looking at, man? How can we? Oh, Jerry Jeudy caught a 60-yard touchdown. Congrats. It's about time. He's had 5 fucking drops in 3 games, and the only fucking catch he had, he fumbled against the Raiders. What fucking good is there? What happiness do we have other than that fucking game is
baby, April. It's all about April, TJ. It's all about April, man.
I
This season's been
understand.
gone since week fucking 4. It's about April
Eric,
now.
what is the definition of insanity, brother? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So if this front office has drafted nothing but fucking idiots and morons for the last fucking 5 years, how do you think they're going to do anything different come April? We
This
got
was
more
a good
idiots.
draft, bro. I'm not making a case for Stefanski, but the draft thing's kind of hard to have that draft conversation when they're coming off probably the best draft in the league right now, bro.
You know what they say about blind squirrels? They find a nut every once in a while.
It's fine. Hopefully, he
Fuck
finds 2.
Hey, I got 2 that Kevin Stefanski could find hanging right under a giant American dick. Fuck you, Kevin Stefanski, you piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. Trade that motherfucker for a jugs machine and an old Gatorade cooler. I'll call it a fucking deal. Send him wherever. Send him anywhere. Kevin Stefanski, you fucking asshole.
I just hope.
Oh God.
I think you'd send me to the hospital if you didn't tell us anything and it's the last Browns game. They haven't won it all since, and like the game's about over. I'm drinking a couple beers and they zoom in real quick and you're just standing there with the bag. And if you didn't tell us, I think I'd have to go to the hospital. I'd laugh so hard, I think I'd shit myself. That is the funniest thing.
At the rate we're going, you're gonna zoom in on my face from the top of the Key Bank building, and I'm gonna say goodbye, family, goodbye, friends. See you later.
It's gonna look like King Kong on the fucking Empire State Building, dude.
Last thing that went through my mind was my ass, man, when I hit the fucking pavement. Fuck this team. Go Browns, baby.
That's a bar.
Now I'm happy because I got it out of my system, boys, and I feel good now. Fucking go Browns. Let's go Sunday, man. Come on, boys. Let's get a fucking win. Fuck the draft. Come on.
Let's win. Let's stack them up. Get the momentum up. You know what I mean? Good vibes. Come on, make me happy. I love that. Oh, you guys got anything else before I go over to the man that deserved the victory? Because the week before, it's probably nice we didn't get to talk to him. Keegan, if I didn't know any better, and I don't see colors well, I'm pretty sure your sweater has a G on it. You look like you're wearing some Packers uni right now, dude.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started about that. Oh my God, freaking! I accidentally, actually, at the beginning, I was wearing some of my old Tiffin gear because I was doing stuff around the house, Thanksgiving wise, and like the start of the game, Hoku caught me. She's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm just like, "I'm watching the game. What the fuck are you talking about?" She's like, "You're not wearing any Lions gear. You got even Packers colors on." I'm just like, "Fuck! That's why we're sucking right now." Start running upstairs. It didn't make a fucking goddamn difference.
I think Keegan hasn't changed since yesterday.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's fucking working hard, bro. Damn. I was going to ask you. I'm glad that was your interpretation of Thanksgiving. I'm glad you. But what sucked was that you guys kept it hanging where you thought there was a chance too.
Yeah. I mean, I speaking on Thanksgiving real quick.
Yeah.
I like that we've been able to move the ball well, but particularly in that Thanksgiving game, man, defense, when you guys have been killing it all year, you guys just didn't fucking step up in that game, man. Just like they did in some points, but God, man, it just seemed like everything was going wrong. But hey, getting back to this week, we fucking bounced back. We freaking got Dallas when we needed to. And I'm not going to lie, it's not like a fucking crazy win. It is just Dallas who's been kind of struggling this year. And
they're hot. They were hot coming in, though.
They were hot coming in, which was nice. It was a little boost, but man, dude, towards the end of this season here, and we'll get an opportunity with we'll get an opportunity with the Rams, but I'll be honest, I'm a little scared with that one still. I think that's probably going to be our one loss going down the road that we can take. I'd really like to win out, but if we have to go 3-1, I'd rather take that loss out of any of them. But man, dude, we just need to fucking beat a good playoff team. Like, and have a good solidified win, at least like a 2-score fucking thing, man. I haven't seen that with the Lions yet this year. I really need to do that. But I love the way that Dan Campbell's been calling the offense. I really think that we're freaking getting the ball moving. Jahmyr Gibbs is the best fucking player in the NFL. Can't tell me otherwise. He's the fucking best. Keep giving that man the goddamn ball any way you can because he is a beast, dude. He is the best. But I think defense is going to step up, and we just got to take it one game at a time, man. Just got to keep trying to stack wins. And this next one's going to be a fucking big challenge in LA. So maybe we can hopefully sneak one, but if not, then got to fucking win it out now.
100%.
Everything's on us. Yeah, it's fucking.
Well, as you win and other teams could lose, it's a tight race. So you could, you don't want to be in a spot where you have to accidentally fall in because you still have your destiny there where you don't have to accidentally fall in. You could just get it.
Get it. Yeah.
And that's where it's going to be a fine line where I'm going to talk about that more when the Niners keep playing. I'm glad we had a bye week just to chill. One, we need it. Everyone sit down, ice packs. Does it look like that fucking shit from SpongeBob where they're all in the hospital? Just everyone fucking go to Mexico, get some stem cells, boys. Like we gotta change some shit here. We gotta get some fucking special medicine. But it's about that though. It's about not trying to. You want to be in control of your destiny. There's gonna be a lot of head-to-head matchups that matter. A lot of stuff's gonna matter going into the playoff of who beat who. I think that's also like where you're getting at, where it's like the Lions haven't won against that marquee team that is going to be compared to them when you're comparing apples to oranges for a second. And that's where the NFL is kind of like awesome, but also hard to deal with because that head-to-head matters over everything, and it makes things weird. I also am a big fan of that. Like, oh, this team wins, this team loses, But what were you going to say, Keegan?
I was just going to ask real quick, either Clark or Eric there, because I know they're quick with it. Could you guys look up real quick, like the Packers and Bears, rest of their schedule real quick?
Yeah, I'll look up. Bears play Cleveland this week, actually.
Yeah,
and I think
you look up Bears. I'll look up Packers.
Okay, cool. All right, I got the Bears. I'll run through real quick. You ready, Keegs?
Yep.
So they got Browns at home this week. Then they got Packers at home, away at Niners, and Lions at home last game.
Yeah.
Yep. And the Packers got
That
Broncos
would be nice.
This week. Then they play the Bears, then Ravens, and then Vikings.
Ooh.
They all can lose.
Yeah.
Every
100%.
game's losable.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Niners definitely gonna get the Bears what it is. You know what I mean? I don't care. I hope.
That confidence went so quick.
I just hope, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like even like the last dub, I was like, even the way we handled the Browns, like in a certain way, I was like, I'm watching when Brock started dancing. I was like, what am I? I was just sad like a week ago. Now you're dancing. You know what I mean? Like, and we're winning, and I'm still sad. Like it's confusing. It's a very interesting place. But I gotta lean all in now. I'm not gonna see the Irish again. Yeah, but they can lose those games, Keegan. Who do you guys got? So you got you guys got a lot of divisional at the end stacked there, don't you?
I
got you. I
know that we got Rams, and then I know that we're gonna play the Bears again, like he was saying, and then I know the Vikings. I'm pretty
you're
sure,
at the Rams, you have the Steelers at home, the Vikings, you're at the Vikings, and you're at the Bears on this season.
Yep.
Beat the Steelers' ass and then roll the dice with everyone else. Beat Minnesota.
Very winnable, man. We can beat the Steelers.
Hey, but watch out for Nueve, baby. Minnesota's coming after you, dude.
They got lucky first time fuckers.
Oh yeah, that's what happens. No joke. That's what Seattle's saying about the Niners, and we still got to play them again. I'm not so happy about that. We got a tough schedule, dude. It's cooking. It's cooked. Thank God the Colts fell down though. Hey, that's gonna be our pass right there. Come on, I gotta watch Riley Leonard get his ass whipped by the Niners, dude. I'll go. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm
Hey,
sorry, big
it would
dog.
be cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope you get a touchdown run. You know what I mean? That's all I'm hoping for. Yeah, just for you. And you do that little praise shit. It'd be dope. Matt Stafford still leading the league at MVP. Drake May right there. Did I hear a thing? Drake May doesn't have a 300. Does he have like it took him a while to get 300-yard game? Apparently, it took him a while. Because everyone's talking about that with Shadur. Like he did it faster than like almost anybody. He's the first rookie this year. Um,
He was the first rookie with 303 touchdowns in games since Joe Burrow, actually. I saw that tweet the other day. It was just kind of crazy.
let's go, dude. What a locker room you guys got, dude. You got
TJ, I
fucking.
can't hear you. Were you talking, TJ?
Oh yeah, no, I was just telling
Oh,
Jack
okay. No, I
that.
saw you grabbing your mic. You looked like you were trying to say something. I
Oh
want to
yeah.
make sure you got it
Oh,
down.
my bad, my bad.
No, Drake May never had one.
Never had a
No,
300-yard game.
never. His high's 294. So I guess
Oh.
we're being specific, but we're nitpicking. But
Yeah.
That's a crazy stat to me. I would have never thought that. Not in my brain, especially with how he's playing this year. And then I was kind of hoping we talking about Dak Prescott a lot. That's the only thing I was hoping for against the Lions was that he played well because I'm like, you know what, dude, without him, that team is Bun City. Like it's not even close. Pat Mahomes is still chilling. That cracks me up. He's still in the top 10 vibing in the MVP talk, dude. Just like I get your quarterback award, but why don't you play around with it and throw like a guy like Gibbs or somebody or CMC? Like I know they're not going to win, but you really tell me Pat Mahomes going to win the MVP right now?
Dude, last night I saw an edit of that fucking, that picture of JJ and it had Pat Mahomes' jersey on it. Everyone's like, don't
Oh,
forget,
yeah.
you're always one bad game away from being a fucking meme. No matter what you've done in this league, you're only one bad game away from the meme.
Hey, everyone, dude, you ain't untouchable, bro. You're not. Shit. Even Tom Brady kisses his kids, and we went crazy over that. You know what I'm saying? Man, Tom Brady posts those pictures with his kids. You ever get freaked out? I know you guys probably follow him. He like posted pictures of his kids. I'm just like, do they like you, dude?
I don't
Like,
follow
Around,
him.
probably not much.
No.
I don't follow him because I don't want the reputation. Like I don't want my memories tarnished. I know if I follow Tom Brady, his posts will fuck up how I remember him. So I don't want that. I want fucking glorious Tom, man.
No,
I'm gonna keep that.
No,
Keep that close to my heart,
this
man.
is retribution for me right now. I'm feeling good. Like, this is payback. I'm getting all the. I hate that motherfucker. I can't. He's the fourth best quarterback to ever play in the National Football League, and I'll ride that until I fucking die. Get off my fucking. Not even close. Get the sheriff up there. Get Jomo up there, and buddy, Dan Marino could throw a goddamn football. You ever heard of him? Jesus Christ. Out here, Tom Brady looking like a fucking, I don't know. His one son does look like him. Apparently, they're supposed to be, I don't know if they're interested in sports or not. Probably ballet dancers. I don't know who he's raising over there, dude. You need to yank them boys away and send them to Dagestan for 6 months and forget Tom Brady. Like, you gotta, like, these boys they need to wrestle or something. Like, they need to play, like, I don't know. Because, bro, I tell you what, man, I just can't judge. Like, I get people kiss their parents. It's 2025. I don't. Yeah, I'm asking you boys this a little off topic, I guess. But if you watch your boy kiss his dad straight up, what do you think?
Oh, dude, hell no.
Mike,
We wouldn't
Mike,
say
man.
anything to his face, but we all the boys would talk about after.
Oh hell no! Say so.
Yo, did you see that, or am I tripping?
No, if that happened with you, Eric, I'm like, man, dope dick, man. Eric, you okay?
my dad.
Eric, are you okay?
A wall.
Eric, why did he kiss you? Oh man, if I watch Keegan just smooch his old man, dude, Keegan's
Bro.
Oh, you gotta do that to William Keegan.
He's
You gotta
laughing
get that
his
off,
ass
dude.
off.
Before you go out there in the field, before you go
Right
out
on
and
Christmas.
good luck,
Right on
kids.
Christmas, dude.
No, that's what
Merry
you tell me.
Christmas, big
No,
fella.
so when you go, hey, Dad, I got you a Christmas gift. What would you get me? Like, come here. I'll tell you. Right when he gets close, kisses it. He gives it a little smooch, bro. Your mom would lose it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See that, Tom Brady? You know what, man? Why is it cool for Tom to do that, but it's corny for Bill to do it? You know what I mean?
Bill played bombers.
You know what? What is it? What is that? We got a kicker did it. Another kicker did it. A fucking top two defense. Another top two defense. You know what? In my book, the only real fucking championship he has is that Buccaneers one, dude. Every single other one of them, fucking one of them's Julian Edelman.
MVP.
You let Julian Edelman be your guy, Tom Brady. Hey, last I checked, you guys, why does anybody bring up the Rams game? Oh, they won that Super Bowl. Yeah, like
It was it
fucking
10-7.
yeah.
That
Tom
game
Brady's
sucked.
got ice in his veins. Like it's a
Handed the ball off.
bro, get out of here, dude. Fucking Tom Brady, dude. He went 20. Hey, this is a good point. Little segue to end this whole thing. We were talking about Pat McAfee. Yeah, Pat Mahomes. We talked about this, I think, last year, Clark, or the year before, me, you, and Keegan. People forget Tom went like a long ass time without going back to the Super Bowl.
Oh
And
yeah.
he always was in the playoffs because their division was just butt cheeks. I mean, Pat Mahomes is
Yeah.
kind of in a slaughterhouse right now, especially with the way the Broncos are playing, and the Chargers are rising. But like at the same time, like this shit ain't easy. That's why I think it's funny when people take it for granted. I'm like, bro, some of these guys don't go back. Some of them get a couple titles and that's it. You think Terry Bradshaw didn't try to get more than four? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like these boys, and he had the best defense ever in a time where it was top heavy.
Dude, imagine if you told the Bengals they wouldn't get back to this point. To tell them, you
Yeah.
told them that, hey, 4 years you're not going to be back, or you're not going to be close.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy because you
And they
don't think
might
about it
never.
at that time. Yeah,
And then they'll ask, oh, do we still have our wide receivers? Yeah, you still got a lot of the team still, but you still ain't back. Same thing with Dan Marino. You
yeah.
still got you have the same. Dan Marino kept getting more and more pieces, then come back. You know, like, and that's a shout out to Tom Brady for that, like getting there. I guess I'll reverse that. I can't bitch about him and then give people compliments like that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I just don't get it, man. Is it LeBron the GOAT or not? Right? Like, oh, MJ could be the GOAT. He went 6-0. Well, in that logic, the Joe Montana's a motherfucking GOAT, bitch. Don't fucking fuck with me. God damn, Tom Brady. Fucking Peyton Manning's forehead's better than you. How's Eli's nuts taste? Anyways, as we wrap up, boys, you guys got anything moving forward before we cut our show here today? What a fucking good one. Nice and quick, actually.
Plug your
Actually-
Army,
shows.
Navy.
Plug your shows. Plug your
Oh,
shows.
yeah. I
Yep.
actually got shit to
Yep,
plug. I actually do. Yeah, I'm fucking been tired, boys. I've been on the stage. The show went really well last night and this past weekend. I got a big meeting with the comedy club, so you guys are going to see me more and more and more and more. Next summer, your boy gonna be around the Chicago area. I'll have concrete dates. I'm just not sure exactly when, but it'll be multiple times in different months, in June and July. So I will be around there. I'll make sure to let everyone know. In the second week of March, I don't know if it's Friday or Saturday. I will be in also Green Bay. You know what, Keegan? I'm gonna ask for a Lions jersey for that one. No joke. I'm gonna put, and I want to rank. Give me like Roy Williams.
Ooh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
nice white, crispy Roy Williams jersy from back in the day.
yeah. I'm gonna go in there, bro. I'm gonna buy John
Spit
Kitna
on
one.
34, dude.
Bro, fucking get crazy. Hey, speaking of John Kitna, I think I have his son in NCAA. Regardless of that, no joke, bro.
Child
Look it
porn,
up.
dude.
Damn, man, see you
Hey,
ruining
I'm
my
just
people.
saying. He got busted, dog.
Damn, fuck, dude.
You better bench his ass.
Fuck you, John Kitna, bro. God.
Devil spawn.
Oh. Clark's like the bad angel, like the devil on the shoulder. You know what I mean? Like I got Keegan's my angel over here. I got fucking Clark over here. The guy's throwing off my equilibrium, dude. I used to love John Kitna, man. That hurts. Hey, Brett Favre's still the man. I don't give a fuck, dude. You know what I mean? Fucking shout
He
out
just stole
Brett
money from poor people. Everyone does that.
Favre. For his fucking daughter's volleyball team. Dude.
Yeah, that's
why,
an
like,
American dream.
when I first heard that, I was like, man, at least like if you pocket it and you just some rich fuck who just said you want more money, like that's shitty. But whatever, like people have done that. When I heard like, where'd the money go? Oh yeah, his daughter's volleyball team.
How are
Yeah.
people more outraged about him stealing money than the soft pud pic he sent to that Jets reporter? Who sends soft meat to a fucking person you work
Hey, those
with? That's
Wranglers
fucking
are those
crazy,
Wranglers
yo.
are tight, bro. They kind of
Yeah.
he might have just pulled them bitches off when he took that.
Cold
Hey,
in
all
Minnesota,
I know
son.
is Brett Favre got more confidence than everybody on this pod right now. I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying, man. Fucking A.
Hey, we came
I
from
wouldn't. Please, man, I wouldn't whoop that thing out in the mirror, let alone in front of a reporter. And
what a
press
different
send, bro.
what a different era of football we grew up in because like that shit was just brushed under the rug while Ben Roethlisberger was tripping, And then like everyone's like, and then like right after like they'll have that storyline for a week, and then they'll ball out throw for 400 yards. And they're like Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame. Like they're not even. Oh, he's had some allegations, but his mental toughness.
Yeah.
Played through that.
Like,
Oh,
you know
man,
what?
he can throw that football.
Dude, how many guys did he share a locker room with, like Donald Driver and all them, and he was walking around butt ass naked, and they're like, "This motherfucker's a trip, bro." He's like, "Whatever, Brett Favre." Like, hey, fucking, put your fucking 12-year-old shit away, John Kitna. Fucking John Kitna. Fuck Notre Dame to John Kitna. All right, you guys got anything else before we get off?
Yeah, plug your dates.
Fuck. Well, I did that one, and every Wednesday, of course, at the Attic. And then I have a handful of weekend shows coming up. I'm not sure if they're going to be at the 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock one. So I'll know next week we'll be able to plug those ones a lot better. But I'll be at the Attic weekly, baby. Look, hey, that's all I do. You want to go to the Attic? You need to see your boy? Come on. You want drinks fast? You can stay right next to me. I'll get you drinks all night. Fast, dude. I go like this. The motherfucker gives me a Miller Lite cold. You know what I mean? Like every time. He just looks at me and goes, Miller Lite, baby. And you know what? If you don't drink Miller Lite, don't go to my Nah, I'm joking. Go to my show. You know what I mean? Nah, man, that's it for me. I feel good. I'm fucking feeling good and feeling tired, boys. And let's look forward to these playoffs. Let's look forward to all this crazy shit. Go Irish. Go Irish from the deep.